got a reading for you about somebody who has decided to walk away and has turned cold. And you're probably left wondering how this person could switch things up so quickly, how they could just, maybe it's ghosting even, but I feel like for some of you it was more like a, well, I think I'm over it. I think I just need to walk away from this. But there's a secret or a lie that this person is trying to keep buried or does not want to come out, and that's why they're walking away. So let's call in spirit with a little bit of wind chime time, and we'll find out what that is. I hope you're having a good day so far. Happy Friday. If you're interested in a personal reading, I would love to do one for you. My email address is wickedwandstarot@gmail.com. It's in the description box for you, as is more information on how to become a member in case you want more shorts or videos or even monthly personal readings. Let's dive in. I think we're going to go with the Tattoo Tarot. What else do we have? Ace of Pentacles and the Emperor. Two of Swords. So you're coming through as the Emperor, and I don't know if this Ace of Pentacles is an offer you've made or an offer they've made to you, but because of your strength of character or the ability you have to kind of disarm people or see through trickery, now we have someone who has approached this crossroads, felt like, I don't know if I can actually pull this off. I don't know if I can actually trick you. So maybe you started asking questions. Notice that with the Emperor, we have like a crystal ball right there. Sorry for using my middle finger. I feel like you saw through something and you made this person nervous. So the Six of Swords is in the reverse because they felt like things were getting treacherous or difficult. They felt like whatever illusion they had managed to create was faltering or not going to last much longer. So even though they were trying to paint this picture that you belong or they belong, or there's going to be this long-term relationship, or there's this really loving, deep connection, now we have this big old question mark, like, well, if that's how you felt or if that's what you wanted, then why are you walking away? Hello, Scott. I'm not here looking for dates. Hello, Narissa. How are you doing? Hello, Sarah. Hello, Misa Amani. How are you doing? I hope you're all enjoying your day. It's Friday. We have the King of Pentacles in the reverse, Tower in the reverse, and the Four of Swords. So someone made an offer, or you made an offer, and the reaction to that, or your questions about, you know, what this person wanted or what that would look like, started to get you to question if they were being honest with you. With the Four of Swords, I feel like they retreated in order to avoid some of your questions, or in order to avoid having to defend what they're saying, whatever this illusion is, and protecting that secret. Maybe you're getting close to discovering what this is. Five of Cups in the reverse. Knight of Swords. I think they messed up. I think when they were talking to you, they, at the very least, their body language or their tone, lack of eye contact, general shifty attitude, got you like, something's not right here. Maybe I need to do a little bit of investigation. With this Knight of Swords, we've got a two-headed horse, which to me is always a sign that we have two different directions. And I feel like this is someone who's trying to say, this is what happened, but they accidentally say the wrong thing. It's like, oh, no, 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 I swear, just like I told you, I was hanging out with my friend Betty. And you're like, except for last time you told me that you were hanging out with Susan. Different names. But you know what I mean? This is like, oh, so your lie isn't consistent. Funny how that works. So you ask a question, and they can't really defend what happened. This is one of the more interesting Knight of Cups cards that I have because of the blank space that's supposed to be a chalice in front of this person. This is something they were talking about that didn't exist, or they were trying to make it sound better than it actually was. Hello, Maza. Hello, Thus. How are you? Hello, Francisco. Hello, Bouge. Hey, King. If it's not for you, no worries. I won't be offended. Hello, Daryl. Ooh, story time. You told me what your name is. Is it Dips? What's going on? Good morning. I've heard that. I don't get it, Sarah. Hello, look. How are you doing? Hello, Charlie. Good morning, Stephanie. Hello, Christy. Hello, Ahmad. How are you doing? Oh, I'm sorry that you're off to a bad start for today, but I hope that gets better for you. This is the Santa Muerte. Awesome. Hello, Drew. How are you doing? Good morning down the rabbit hole. I'm glad you've come up for air. What else do we have? Right out the gate, we have the titular card, because it's called the Santa Muerte, which is death. And it's paired with the Three of Wands. I'm seeing for some of you, this is having to do with a pregnancy, because Santa Muerte is in fact pregnant. For others of you, this is about long-term plans, because of course, when you're starting a family, you have to consider long-term more than you did before. So even if this isn't about starting a family or having a baby, we've got someone that lied about what the 5-year, 10-year, 18-year plan might have been. Could be somebody who's saying they want to be in a long-term relationship, but they really don't. It could be somebody who's saying, you know, I'm gonna pay you back, but they have no intentions. But I feel like this is more so about whether or not I want to set up house, have a long-term relationship, and live my life with you. Nine of Pentacles in the reverse and the Empress. Yeah, I feel like the illusion was this Empress energy. One of the only Empresses where we have somebody kind of covering their face, right? I think this was a bit of an illusion with regards to some loving energy. We could refer to this as like a honeymoon stage, right? Oh, everything was great. We were laughing. We were, you know, skipping through the meadows. Whatever it is, it was happy and looked like this is what I want for a long-term relationship. But someone was faking that loving energy. Hello, Steven. How are you doing? Aw. I'm sorry you feel that way, but I encourage you to keep it moving if it's not for you. Hello, Issue. I did not. Hello, First. No, you're wrong. Hello, Rick. How are you doing? And we're just gonna hide that bot. Hello, Aviro. How are you doing? No, I'm not. I welcome you to come back tomorrow if you'd like to actually engage with the live chat, but insisting you know my age is a little bit boring. Hello, Thomas. Oh, you expect that I don't actually go out and live my life? I'm gonna put you in a little baby timeout. You wanna come back around and be nice? Maybe we could be friends. Hello, Gon, how are you doing? Hello, EA. Hello, Houston. Two of Swords. Seven of Cups in the reverse. And the Eight of Wands. I think you scare this person. The Two of Swords came out earlier. And I think they know that you have the ability to figure out what they lied about and maybe even like totally blow their cover so that other people know what's going on. With this Eight of Wands, we have somebody who feels like they have to like pack up and leave. I can't stay here because somebody knows what's going on. Oops. Hello, NP, how are you doing? Hey, Dracula. Hello, Anna. Sarah, my favorite card is the Queen of Swords from the Egyptian Tarot. That could apply down the rabbit hole, yes. Hello, Mr. X, how are you doing? Wrong set of cards, but I appreciate it. Hello, Hardy. Ace of Pentacles in the reverse. See, this Ace of Pentacles was in the upright at the very beginning, and now it's like, no. Whatever they were saying was an opportunity, or whatever they were saying they would give or offer to you, now it's like, I've rescinded that. Now I'm not interested, or you've been able to find out that that offer wasn't even real. It's like somebody trying to sell you tickets to a show you want to go to. I don't know, think of your favorite artist, they're in town, and you're contemplating buying this ticket or tickets, and then you look at them and realize they are just totally fake. This person is totally fake. I do personal questions at about 30 or 35 minutes into the reading or after the general reading, with priority to those who tip or donate. Otherwise, if you're wanting a longer reading, I do offer private personal readings by email. I record a video, but that's how you want to talk to me about it if you want one. Hello, Balance. How are you doing? I appreciate that, Dracula. So then we also have this Six of Cups in the reverse and Six of Pentacles in the reverse. So two sixes in the reverse. Stability has been interrupted. A sense of loss is creeping up, and someone feels like their skeletons are about to be discovered. I'm telling you, I feel like there is someone here who is packing up their things and leaving. With that Four of Pentacles, it's like someone's escaping and they feel like they have to think about themselves first. I don't normally see the Ace of Cups that way, but especially with the kind of dreariness on it and the fact that it's clarifying our Two of Swords, it's like, if I have to make a decision, I'm gonna choose myself, right? Number one. Oh, Lord. Hello, Judith. How are you doing? So, Ligma says, it takes a fake to know one. And I appreciate that that's a really nice phrase, but 100% disagree with you, because there are a lot of people out there who maybe they used to lie. Maybe they used to feel uncomfortable being authentic. But the people who have the best intuition and the people who smell that a mile away, I wouldn't agree that they are always on the same path. I think there are plenty of people like this person, this emperor who's in the upright, who sees what's up with this person because they're perceptive, because they are experienced, not because they are also a problem, you know? Hello, Jana, how are you doing? Hello, Iron. Are you asking if I believe in death? Or, like, as far as the Mexican culture? I lived in Mexico for, well, like, as a student, not a long time, but still was lovely. And I got a front row view to some really beautiful cultural elements, but I don't think I can, like, claim to understand all of that around Santa Muerte. Hello, Ashley. How are you doing? Hello, Jasmine. Hello, Red Shield. Hey, Ryan. First, I would have to be able to find it. Congratulations to all of you in the live chat that are going to understand that joke, because the people who won't be able to see it will be like, what was she talking about? Hello, Asusena. How are you doing? Yeah, we ain't doing that. Hello, Wiz. How you doing? What else do we have? Another Emperor. And the Eight of Cups. So basically, I know that the reason you walked away is because, oops, over here, is because you don't want to answer my questions, is because I figured you out. In a way, it's like initially their departure or their fleeing, you know, packing up all their stuff and leaving is confusing. You're like, man, it really did sound like you wanted to hang out. It really did sound like you wanted to stay. And then all of a sudden, and then it clicks for you and you're like, it's because I was figuring you out, huh? Maybe you just asked these questions innocently and you weren't even trying to like expose this person's bluff or whatever they were lying about. But whatever you did, you made them nervous. They were expecting you to like literally blow up their spot. Tell everybody what they're up to. They might not realize that walking away might actually be what fully like uncovers their secret. So we have pretending and history. What's coming through for me is an old TV show. I can't imagine every one of you has seen them or seen it, but maybe a few of you have. It was called Revenge with Emily Van Camp. And try not to like feel guilty about potentially spoiling this for anyone who would want to watch this show. I did really enjoy it, at least the first part. Someone fakes a different identity in order to get their revenge. I suppose very Count of Monte Cristo as well. But I feel like we have somebody here who is lying about where they went to school, what their name is, how old they are, whether or not they're married, kind of like Tommy Boy. But this history that somebody has created in order to confuse others or make themselves look younger or, you know, like part of the crowd, it's falling apart. The story they created isn't something that can be like validated, right? No, sorry, Baboon, you might have to go to a different channel for that. Hello, Max. Hello, Arms, how are you doing? Hello, Prince, what's up? Oh, I'm so scared, Rocco. Hey, dude, what's going on? Indeed, 7:06. A little bit earlier for you. Oh, I'm happy to hear that, Dips. You have a good rest of your day. Hello, Danielle. Hello, Cameron. How are you doing? Hey, Max. You can't really force me to do that. So I would in general recommend being more like, I don't know, like, hey, could you? Versus trying to demand it. So we have unconditional love and TikTok. Interesting. So this person who's making a false offer is getting in the way of you and true love. So we could have a company that you're talking to about a job offer, and maybe it seems a little bit too good to be true. Maybe it actually is. Maybe it would result in you having to move away or some complications as far as spending time with somebody that you're falling in love with. Or maybe this is an ex who's trying to get a second chapter with you or a third chapter with you when there's somebody else out there who would actually be good to you. And they're distracting you from that. Hello, Juan. Hello, Joshua. Hello, Abigail. How are you doing? Hello, Massimo. Hello, Mahari. Exactly. No, I'm not gonna call you that. It's not your first name. Are you serious? I was very intentional by not saying that part of your username, and I think you know that. Hello, S4R. How are you doing? Hey, boxing fan. Let's try not to sound bigoted, eh? What else do we have? Toxic, poison, unhealthy behaviors or people, and tragedy, forbidden love. All right, I mean, look, this is a general reading, so take it how it resonates. Maybe we do still have a little bit of a storyline here where it's not romantic rivals, but this is looking more and more like someone who is pretending who they are, and it's a distraction from somebody who is authentic or real. This is maybe somebody who's gotten a little obsessed with you. This could even be with the pretending card, an ex who's pretending to be someone you don't know just to get back into your energy. But you got somebody wasting your time. You got somebody offering or promising something and it doesn't exist. And when you ask a question, you expose them. And then they're like, poof, gone like a fart in the wind. Oh, I hope you are comfortable. Hello, Steven. Hello, Brittany. So offer on the table. That's what the Ace of Pentacles is. And apparently the universe or your spirit guides or however you want to look at it, they're like screaming at you like, no, no, don't do it. That person's a fake. When I was in 6th grade, maybe 7th, but I think one of those, my class and I traveled to Washington, D.C. It was like a really big deal for me. One of the first times where I was going on a field trip like out of town, right? I grew up in the Minneapolis area, by the way. And I remember getting real excited, had some cash in my pocket, and there were all those like vendors that you see. And someone had to teach me about folklies, fake Oakleys. And it was such a like crazy thing to me because I had never really encountered the like fake luxury goods market in Minneapolis. And it really kind of opened my eyes to what people are willing to do in order to get ahead or in order to get what they want. This is somebody who is either intentionally trying to prevent you from moving on, or this is somebody who is consistently playing a game. And if they are a new love interest for you or there is no past between the two of you, they are lying about their own past. They might be trying to make it sound like all of their exes were the problem. They were never an issue. They were just a total sweetheart. They might be lying to you about their interest in you being romantic. They might be trying to get your money. They might be trying to use you for your boat or your pool or your connections. But this is not somebody who's honest. They are keeping something on the down low. And you asked a question that made them nervous. That's why they walk away. That's why they freak out. Let's use the Marigold Tarot. Hey, third eye. Max, yes, I am getting ready to launch my candle business. I'm kind of excited. Yo, I love making candles and I'm excited to like offer them to you all, but I was looking up what to name this little business. Holy buckets, there's such a saturation of the market. There's already 2 Carmen's candles out there. 2. So I don't know, man. Trying to get creative. We'll see what happens, but I will announce that for you all and let you know. I think I'm gonna host the actual purchasing through Etsy, but hey, what's up, Tennessee? I'm in Tennessee. Yeah, we're not gonna allow that kind of disrespectful question. So, Joshua, I encourage you to consider what might be a more respectful way to engage in chat with people that you don't know. Oh, I'm sorry you don't like that, geez. Hating on somebody for trying to, like, you know, make something? Come on. Oh, you're from Kentucky? That's interesting. I don't understand what that means, but okay. Hello, Shar, how you doing? Hello, Jeremiah. Hello, Carlos. I do love San Antonio. The river walk is amazing. All right, what else do we have? Oh, that's so cool. I used to go to a really cool sandwich shop in southern Kentucky. I think it's called Grubhub. Like homemade, really good. But I don't think I can remember what city it was in. It's not really in a city. It's like off the highway. We have the King of Rings or King of Pentacles. The Fool, the King of Cups, and the Three of Rings. You make this person nervous. You make them nervous because even if you are just asking questions to better understand something, you have hit on something that they thought they were able to keep from you. There's someone else involved here, or there is something pertaining to their motivations that are completely unrelated to what they tell you. So again, this could be somebody who is telling you they're like super interested in you, but really what they want to do is make someone else jealous. They want to be able to like post pictures online and make their ex jealous. Or they're really interested in you because they want to get back at somebody who is also interested in you. There's a couple different variations on this, but this person's lying. Yep, 5 of Swords. Sabotage. There's another person here. What they're doing is motivated by retaliation or that toxic energy. Knight of Rings or Knight of Pentacles in the reverse. My goal is to make things more difficult for you, or my goal is to get what I want and not really care about what you think or feel. This person's only thinking about themselves. Hello, Amber. How are you doing? Hello, Mary. How are you? It's true, dude. All right, so we have Judgment, 8 of Wands, Knight of Swords in the reverse. You have this person freaking out because they think you're about to be able to get to information they've been real desperate to hide. It's kind of reminding me of, like, if you've ever watched the Catfish show on MTV. I don't know, I guess they've changed it so many, there's like spin-offs and whatnot, but there's usually like this moment where the person who's been lying about what they've been doing freaks out. Maybe they're really antagonistic over text message. Maybe there's like a very pregnant pause on a phone call where somebody asks like, hey, are you actually this person? And they're like, this person's freaking out. They feel like they've been caught. And it's before you realize what they're doing. So they're not used to dealing with someone who can pick up on their little behavioral signs, or maybe you've dealt with somebody like this before. But when they walk away, I feel like it's only a matter of time before you're able to realize, oh, I made them nervous. I've been able to identify that this person's a catfish, or I've been able to identify this person was really just trying to date me because they wanted to get back at their ex, or because they wanted to try to be seen somewhere. I don't know. It's not healthy. Oh, did you? That's awesome. What does that mean? Why don't you believe her? Hello, Skateboard Dan. How are you doing? Hello, Real. Yeah, that's necessary every once in a while, isn't it? Hello, Antitas. How you doing? All right. Let's get a few from the Golden Lenormand. Hello, Greg. How are you? Hey, Victor. My name is Carmen. See, I told you I'm psychic. So we've got the mystery here, right? The clouds represent ambiguity or a fog, right? Like I can't really see what's going on. Well, that's what they were hoping. They were hoping you wouldn't be able to see it, but now they're running away because they know that you figured it out, or they feel like you're about to figure it out. Okay. So the secret that they are keeping or that they are hiding is a lie or something they said pertaining to an ending. So we have the coffin with the book which talks about secrets. They feel like you're going to figure out that this is your ex pretending to be someone else. They think you might be able to figure out that they were planning to leave as soon as they got what they wanted from you. Or there's something they want to get back at someone for. Could be you, but I think it's someone else. I just feel like you're right there, about to get some detail that clarifies, oh, it's because this person knows that person. Or if you look at their social media, it says that they just had like a breakup and this person's also invited to the wedding. There's some weird connection here. But your intuition guides you. It's an interesting one. All right, this is the Kipper. Let's see what else we get. Not really sure what to call you, so I will call you C. Yes, thank you. I appreciate that. Third Eye, what you talking about over there? We've got Thief This person's lying about who they are because they intend to be shisty. They intend to do something they should not do. Trying to steal somebody romantically by lying about who they are. Trying to tempt someone into a situationship with the promise of a relationship, but they have no intentions of it. Wanting to... Why do I feel like this person looks at you as somebody that could get them to their goal? You can pay my bill, you can make my ex jealous, you can introduce me to the person I really want to date. This is like, there's no good interpretation for this person's intentions. Wealthy man in the reverse, unexpected income. Yeah, this is, and poverty. This is somebody who is lying about where they come from, what their intentions are, whether or not, you know, they're a thief. I don't know, man. We literally have too many, like, ties to somebody lying about something to get what they want. Ace of Pentacles in the reverse. Yeah. I can't trust this person, not even a little bit. Hello, Devad, how are you doing? Hello, Ray. Hey, TLSS, how are you doing? Hello, Jeffrey, what's up? We're gonna go with the path of shadows since this is probably the path that this person's on. I don't have good intentions. I'm gonna be causing some trouble. Oh, I hope you find that, Amber. Hello, Reclusive. How are you? Hello, Tania. Hello. Is it Tim? Hello, Aqua Beauty. How you doing? Hello. I mean, I think really I'm supposed to say hello, oh, but those are supposed to be eyes, right? So I was trying to do the eyes for you. All right, so we've got sabotaging relationships, potion, and skeleton. I told you somebody's worried because you got their skeletons coming out of the closet. They sabotage relationships. 5 of Swords came out, right? They like to go through some sort of change or alter their appearance or change their name, pretend to be something that they're not. A curse of bones, time, and dust. Things that were never meant to last. It's fake. This person disappears all the time. They can't stay in one place because then they would get in trouble, because then people would figure out what they are. Yeah, it's a no-go. Don't hang out with this person. They can't be trusted. It's a general reading. And it started off with somebody is walking away because they lied and you're about to discover it. Hey, Rachel, how are you doing? Hello, Jeanette. Hammer Time Instrumental. Yes, this is still the general. Wow, yeah, I am kind of going late, aren't I? Hello, Alvin. How are you doing? Well, if I talk like Siri on here, Iron, that's only because YouTube gets mad at me when I say things like a-hole, but like actually how you're supposed to say it. Makes me just a little bit nervous about the things that I like to say normally. Plus, I made a promise to my mom. She's amazing, but she doesn't like that I curse so much. Anyways, we have boundaries. Put up some boundaries between you and this fake person, because they are not going to overnight become a good person. This is saying there is an action you need to take to make sure that they cannot sabotage your relationship or cause any loss in your life. This person's got bad karma. And their energy is something that can impact yours. I did. It wasn't necessarily no cursing. It was less. Which is funny because I know that my great-grandmother also made my great-grandfather promise that at one point. And my great-grandfather was a little bit curmudgeonly. They used to have like Sunday dinners at the farmhouse, and when he was sick of people, he would just strip down to his long johns and go out to the chickens, and that was the sign that everybody needed to leave. Oh, Lord. Yeah, that's a good point. Butterfly, metamorphosis, number 22. You're in the process of a pretty significant change yourself, a real change, not just, ooh, I'm trying to look like I'm cooler for other people, or ooh, I'm trying to like be what you're looking for so that I can get what I want from you. No, you're in the process of actually changing on a personal level in a meaningful way, and this person's like getting in the way. So there's this really good Ludacris song, right? Isn't it Ludacris? Move, get out the way. That's what you need to tell this person, because they're just a block. They're a saboteur, I believe is the word. And you are meant to achieve something. This person's a distraction. For many of you, this is saying this is a fake lover who is distracting you from someone who would actually be like your partner for life. So don't give that up for something fake, right? Thanks, y'all. Hello, Renee. How are you doing? Let's see what that is. We've got the Voyage of the Soul. You've got this Metamorphosis card. I mean, I suppose it could be saying that you recognize a change in this person. You saw them acting. It'd be kind of like in Tommy Boy when the stepmom gets caught being married to her son. Not her real son. I think this is about you going through a really important change, and this person's a distraction. Let's just put it this way. Let's pretend you are dyeing your hair a beautiful color. You can pick whatever color it is for your own little imagination. But you have your hair with the hair dye in it, and that timer goes off. It's time to remove the hair dye and see how it looks. But oops, there's the doorbell. What do? Do I wash my hair and get the hair dye out so I can see if it looks the way that I want it to? Or do I risk delaying it because somebody is at my front door? And it ends up being one of those like door-to-door salespeople who never accept the word no. I don't know. I'm sure most of you have experienced that. There was one last year. Well, no, it was earlier this year, where it was like, literally, I don't have any more time. I don't want to do this. And if I'm going to buy it, I'm going to buy it from somebody else. Would not say no, or would not hear no. There is somebody here who wants to distract you right when you're supposed to be doing something important. So don't let them distract you from this important course that you are going to choose or path. This is something that helps you bring to life an idea that you have had. Could be for a business, could be for, you know, hey, this is the person that I want to be with, so I'm going to write them a letter. There's a very important thing you're supposed to be doing, and this fake person gets in the way. Oh, you saw excellent. On a date? I like it. And thank you for the tip, Stephanie. M's thoughts after going out. We've got one more from the Voyage of the Soul, and then I'll start on those because, yeah, we're already at like 45 minutes. Writing, journal, intention, affirmations, books, and letter. This is what you're meant to be focused on, and this person who's fake is distracting you. Maybe you're writing a book. Maybe you are taking notes. Maybe you are supposed to be talking to somebody about what you want to achieve or where you want to go. Maybe you're supposed to be talking to someone that you really do love. Don't let this person distract you. It's not worth it. Door-to-door hot chocolate with marshmallows. That would work out. All right, so Stephanie, let's see. What are M's thoughts after going out? We have a little bit of indecision here. Page of Swords, Eight of Pentacles in the reverse, Five of Cups in the reverse. Excuse me. And the King of Cups in the reverse. I'm a little bit nervous that this is saying they're not sure if they're ready for something emotional. How does M view Stephanie? The Sun. You make this person happy, and they find you to be very intelligent, very independent, maybe too independent. Seven of Swords in the reverse, very honest. Ace of Cups. I think this person views you very positively, but is concerned about where they are emotionally. King of Swords in the reverse. Five of Swords in the reverse. There's like some insecurity or a little bit of doubt with regards to a previous pattern where this person was sabotaging relationships. So I do think that we've got like a little bit of, you know, I want to see where this goes. I like you, but I'm nervous I'm going to ruin it. Ten of Pentacles. There's a family influence here. So that could be what we have. Would the family approve of Stephanie? No. Interesting. Okay, so there's something that M knows that would be criticized by a parent or a sibling, something that they feel would inevitably lead to a problem in the relationship. And that could be saying more about their family member than you. So I don't want you to take that as a criticism, but there's something here where it's like, I don't know if my parents would like you. Hello, Grace. How are you doing? All right, I'm going to leave it there. I love you all. Thank you for the likes and the subscribes. Yes, I agree with Jack. Hello, Moss. I'm going to go eat some breakfast. I'll see you on the next reading. Thank you for the likes and the subscribes. Toodles.